Yeah, and another thing, for the love of getting wrecked, for the love of getting rizeked, I blame it on BitConnect. I blame it on projects like BitConnect, the trash projects like Devore, Regal Coin, Gold Reward, Western Coin, Hextra Coin, ETH Connect. I blame all. That's what it's from. For those who don't know, who coming into crypto, you're new. First of all, congratulations, because you've entered the Wild Wild West. So, if you didn't tie your boots, you got your bootstraps and everything together, you about to get rizeked, right? So understand that. Don't come in here in this space thinking everything is sweet. And number one, the crypto space, volatility is a given. That's one. Number two, the people, when you jump on YouTube or all these social media, you better have balls of steel. Whether you're a female or a man, you better have thick skin, because this is not a game for the faint of heart. Period. These YouTube streets are crazy. End of story. Don't come into crypto thinking, oh, everything is pop. Kumbaya, kumbaya. No, you're failing if you do that. Off the bat, you're failing. So let me tell you about this passive income stuff, this passive income crap, man. BitConnect reached $2.2 billion in 2017. They overcame Dash on the top the coin market cap listing. They overtook Dash and reached, I think, number 5. Dash became a hater, reached out to coin market cap, and had BitConnect drop down from $2.2 billion to about $500 million. So they dropped from number 5 or number 6 all the way down to like maybe late teens or early 20s on the list. But that's neither here nor there. This is for the new people, okay? On top of that, BitConnect was given returns that was just insane, man. No one knew anything about this stuff. No one knew anything about this stuff. If you were in it, you know. Those who weren't, this is about education. I'm giving a nugget of history, so you could understand why today in the DApp space it's like a free for all. People are looking for passive income in a multitude of ways. They're scamming you, they're gonna continue to scam you, and they're not gonna feel bad about it, and you're gonna keep holding a bag of L's. Those of you who are into crypto, first of all, there's a learning curve with crypto. You can't just say, okay, I'm gonna get some Bitcoin, let me go get some Ethereum, and just go to the store and go buy it. No, there's steps that you have to take. Congratulations if you're in crypto too, because you have to go through the certain steps. You have to know how to obtain a wallet, what type of wallet that you need, what type of coin is interesting to you, how you're going to use your fiat to on-ramp or off-ramp, blah, 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 blah. The list goes on. Do your education. Plenty of information on Google, plenty of information on YouTube for you to access that. But I'm giving you some history and how this lending platform addiction, euphoria, craze just pretty much fucked the people, man. End the story. And it's not a video for children. This is, it's NC-17, rated R. This is what it's coming with. Period. End of story. Stop crying. Stop, understanding that someone is going to be there to save you. BitConnect is still going through legal troubles, legal ties to this day. Judge Middlebrook still signed some type of motion for blah, as recent as January 9th. So it's still in effect. Whatever that civil case, whatever level of case, whatever it is, it's still tied up in court because of what they did to the community. When you had 1.5 million active accounts, not people, but active accounts, because one person could have had 10 different accounts, caking. And since then, it's been very hard to amass those levels of returns consistently for as long as BitConnect did, that reached a market cap of $2.2 billion. The only project that's now, that's that's still coming up, that's chugging along, that's 22, 23 months in existence, is Gandhiji, and they're at 200. We're at 208,000 market cap. So we just got a whole way to go. We understand long term. We understand long term. We understand how it goes. People can't understand. It's not about people not understanding. What I've come to realize, people hate others making money. People don't want to see you become wealthy. People don't want to see others become rich. People don't want to see others succeed. People have a lot of self-hatred. People have a lot of they want to, it's just the whole adage of misery loves company is so relevant in this space. You hear it, you see it, you feel it, and you experience it all at once, especially when you get involved with crypto and you take these risks, because it's all a risk. You take these risks to try to see some level of improvement in your life, because this is what it's about. It's more than just about the technology. I'm not in it for the tech, by the way. The tech is great. Thanks to the tech for getting things together and how it is right now, but I'm not in it for the tech, man. I'm in it to feed myself and my family. That's what I'm in it for. I'm in it to build. I'm in it to create. I'm in it to fortify and strengthen a legacy for my future descendants. I'm in it to do something today so that my future legacy, my future descendants from great grandchildren could benefit off of the freaking decisions I made today in crypto. That's why I'm doing it. And that's why I don't deal with certain people or certain projects in this space, because they're nefarious, they're shady, they flip-flop like chancletas. Straight up and down. If you don't know what a chancleta is, I'm talking about sandals. For those in the western states, go to Old Navy. You cop those, beach sandals. That's what I'm talking about. For $5, then pair white, black, gray sandals. That's how people are. Flip-flop, clock, clucking like ducks. No consistency. So you're gonna gamble your future on somebody else's word? Thanks to nefarious, thanks to the actions of stuff like BitConnect, today here we are, still trying to do things to, still trying to experience that dragon, that high. We're still trying to chase that. Those of us who are involved with it, we're still trying to chase it, right? And there's even people who've made exclamations that they're gonna do what BitConnect should have done. That's the effect that this thing had. And there's still a community in BitConnect that's working on the blockchain. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Because the coin is still working, they're staking. There's a whole element of staking that's taking place. Staking has become a use case in many projects. Seemingly, where this can even be highlighted is in the Gandhiji project, because in that project, in that contract, you could stake Ethereum. You could stake Ethereum. And what's Ethereum trying to upgrade and introduce? Staking. Ethereum 2.0, where you have to have right now, well, they say that you have to have at least 32 in your possession by way of private keys to be able to stake Ethereum. Well, you don't even need 32. You could have one IND token and immediately start staking. So that's already in place. But staking is what BitConnect also tried to do. And I remember back in those days too, man, a Dash masternode reaching 1.5 million. To have a Dash masternode, to have 1,000 Dash coins, to create a masternode, you would have to pay 1.5 million US. And that was the top of the bull market in 2017, right? Everything that people touched back then, whether it was, a legitimate project or a shit coin, boomed. And now here it is, 2 years, 2017, now in 2020, 2+ years later, we're still in this bear market. Yeah, there was a little bit of bull influence last year in 2019, but overall it's still bear. But for many people who jumped into BTC early in the game, they're still up, way up. Especially if they bought BTC at a fraction of a US penny. They're up right now. They're up. The space is doing what it's doing. It's evolving. It's growing. Corporations are jumping in and doing what they have to do. But you and I, as retail, low level, common, regular people jumping into the space. What's the view? What's the goal here? Sure, everything is cool as far as, creating passive income, but BitConnect introduced something that people couldn't understand. And those who didn't understand, they hated on it and destroyed it. And you can see the effects that's taking place now, because there's these projects over, like these projects that are here to date, except for IND, except for Gandhiji, that profess long term, that profess, hold your tokens now and hope that something's going to happen 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, where it can just boom, or this next token or next project is better than BTC, and all this kind of nonsense and bullcrap. And by the day, they're trying to earn passive income. They're trying to earn something passive because it was that powerful. It was that powerful. It was that powerful. It's to the point where people are earning, pennies on the dollar. They feel like they're doing something because it's that powerful. It's that powerful. But they're doing something like with projects that are subpar. They're doing something in that projects that are so subpar, it's sickening. It's sickening. It allows people to see things from a slanted perspective. When you had, it was a time where, people were seeing so much more. I never saw anything like that before in my life, man. I never saw anything like that before in my life. The stuff that people would show on their dashboards and stuff like that, and that's another thing too. Folks just showed their information, doxing themselves on these dashboards and showing all these dollar signs. People, it made you open your eyes and say, wow, who wouldn't want to experience something like that? What's Bitcoin about? How do I get a Bitcoin? Coinbase, blah, blah. How do I, what do I do to get it and start to exchange and interact in the space? What do I do now? So those days are over. Now you have dApps. But people now are forced to do things differently. The scammers are developing things constantly, finding different creative ways to rob the people. That's not a given. People are telling you straight up, look, you give your money away. I'm not promising you anything. You give your money away, you lose your money, and then you're left with a bag of shit. That you're hoping that shit is going to turn to gold at some point, or overcome BTC, be better than gold, be better than BTC. Where's the logic in that? Where's the logic in that? Where's the logic in that? But solid projects get very little support. But then overall, you're gonna see. I'm telling you, you're gonna see. It's almost like patience is always a virtue. Patience is always a virtue. You're going to see when you allow your emotions to dictate your decisions and your actions, more often than not, especially dealing with making decisions surrounding finances and cryptocurrency. This whole thing with the Wild Wild West, this is not even self-governed. Now slowly the banksters and the government's trying to introduce regulations into this thing. It's just so lawless. You lose your crypto, you can't seek any kind of help from nowhere to retrieve it. You're going to see, if you continue to jump and be and panic and get into the FOMO, you're going to lose, guaranteed, over and over and over again. If you find a project like IND that's helping you earn crypto, staking crypto over a period of time, respect it, keep it, do what it is that you want to do. You want to jump into it, you could jump out, it's all love, but respect it, because that's one thing that works. And I've been in the space a few years, and I can tell you right now, nobody who's gotten in there has gotten scammed, man. And it's approaching 2 years. Facts. It's approaching 2 years. Call me whatever you want to call me. But this thing, I'm gonna call it down the middle, the way I see it, and this is how it is. Everything else is just suspect. Stable coin this, or masternode that, or whatever, this and that and this, card game, casino, blah blah blah. Listen man, you're just chasing a BitConnect high, man. You're just trying to chase a BitConnect high, and those who know. That's why they keep talking about it ever so often. This thing is gonna be better than what BitConnect should have been. There's something to say for that, man. So it is what it is. People gotta wake up and understand. There's so many YouTubers that used to jump into space and all they did was talk shit, talk nothing, produce nothing. Did not even help the community. They might have had a nice voice, might have been charismatic, but that was as far as it went. They couldn't provide any type of information worthwhile to help their audience and their viewers succeed, to help their audience and viewers participate in crypto in a way that was safe or safer than scams like hypes and all these other, faulty and shady sketchy daps that came and went, that scammed on the people, so they disappeared. Good riddance. Good riddance. Do what you got to do. But people like I'm gonna still be around, and I'm gonna still talk about what matters and what counts, because this is what I was looking for, and I found something, and all I can do is complement that with other projects through a fine-tooth freaking comb. Because if you're really thinking about wealth distribution and wealth and generational wealth, you take that serious. It's not just about, going to the convenience store, let me get 7s, let me get blah blah blah, and then it's a scratch off, and you're scratching off your future way, hoping that you win. Boom, you lose, and then what? And it is what it is. Peace.